Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Jordan, back with another video, and in this video I wanted to come back with another quick question because just yesterday I was on a Skype call with one of my course students, and real quick, I wanted to congratulate him. His name is Ivy, and he just hit over 10K a day on his store, which is absolutely amazing because I've been able to see his journey pretty much from the start. But that's not what this video is about. He asked me a really good question, and that's what I wanted to talk about. If you're interested in the course though, you can click the first link in the description and you can check it out there. But the question that he asked me was, Jordan, you seem like you have a good understanding of networking. Seems like you have a good network of people. What is some advice you could give to me, somebody who is trying to build that network up and get those good connections around them? And I thought that was a good question because that was something that I really have been conscious of in trying to build and get better at. As a matter of fact, it was it still is one of the biggest priorities that I put when I decided that I was gonna move to California. And I haven't mastered it by any means necessary. I still have a ton more to learn and a ton more amazing people to meet, but I'm starting to get a good understanding of how it works and how you can build genuine relationships with people in your life, whether that be somebody that you really look up to, like some guy that you like watch on YouTube all the time, or whether that just be somebody that you meet on the side of the road when you're walking and you could just have a conversation with them and connect with them. So I'm gonna break this down into a couple different parts because I think it's necessary, but I think this will be really valuable to all of you guys, even the non-entrepreneurs that watch these videos. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is meeting people over the internet, because I think that's the most applicable to a lot of you guys and your situations. I know it was for me, and when I was doing this like at the start, that was my only option, because back home in the city that I used to live in, there wasn't so many entrepreneurs that I could put myself around and meet, really. So my only opportunity for networking was online via these Facebook groups, these YouTube channels, etc. So the thing is that all of you have access to the same things that I have as well, but a lot of people didn't or don't necessarily use it in the most effective way. So right now, I'll share with you what I believe to be the best way to network with people over these online Facebook groups. So for me, what it has been and what worked the best was just straight up posting good content on those groups. Even if you're making $0 in sales, or maybe you're just making $100 in sales, you're not making that much money in sales, you still know something that somebody else in the group might not know. So let's say you learn something interesting. Go ahead, make a post on it. And don't make a post saying, oh, here's this cool thing I learned. PM me if you want some coaching, or PM me if you want some advice. No. Just give out free value to the people of these communities, and people will appreciate that. And it will also allow you to build some authority in that space. So people will look up to you as, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about a little bit. And if you do have results, even better. Make a post with one of your screenshots of your most successful month or your best day that you had. And don't just say, hey, I hit 20K a day. Give me a pat on the back. Say, hey, I hit 20K a day and this is the exact strategy I followed. And just put it out on the table, put it all out there if you're comfortable with doing that. And right away, I can guarantee you're gonna have, firstly, a lot more authority, and second, people that wanna actually reach out to you and befriend you. But there's other elements to this as well. Let's say you don't want to make posts. You can still go through, you can just comment and reply answers to other questions that people post in the groups. This was how I built my network really quickly, because I was constantly answering questions in these groups. I would answer like 5 to 10 questions every single day, and it takes you 30 minutes to an hour. It's not like a hard thing to do. So that was one of the first things that I implemented to kind of build a network in these online groups. But what about if there's somebody out there that is higher level, that isn't spending a lot of money or a lot of time in these groups, and somebody that you really want to reach, like one of those famous YouTubers or one of those Instagram influencers that you look up to? Now, it's pretty difficult to send a cold DM to one of these people and just say, hey, my name's Jordan, we should link up. It doesn't work that way, because the reality is that most people in this life, they value their time at a certain point. Some people value it way higher than others, but the point is just that people don't want to give their time out for free, especially these higher level people like the successful entrepreneurs, the influencers, whoever it may be. The real way to build a connection with somebody, or at least plant the seed to build that connection, is by introducing yourself in a way that you can provide value to that person. It goes back to the same thing as what I said on the Facebook group, but it's a little bit different because you have to try to provide direct value to that person that you're reaching out to. So I'll give one example. There was this certain YouTuber that I used to watch all the time, and I knew that they lived in my area, so I wanted to befriend them. I wanted to, get to know them. I knew that we could connect, and I knew we had similar values. So instead of reaching out saying, "Hey, I do YouTube too, we should hang out," I reached out to them in the sense of, "Hey, I know that you're doing YouTube and you have your course going, and I see some little things that you could change in your funnel, and this could help you make a little bit more money. So if you want, we could just do a quick call and I could help you." And I hopped on the call, I helped him for free, and now I hang out with this guy like every week, every other week. He's a homie now. So it's like you have to provide some type of value to somebody. And a value doesn't always have to be, "Oh, I can make you more money," because not everybody is out here looking for money. Like, this is a whole nother conversation topic in itself, but you can build connections with people even if you're not selling them something or offering them something that will make them more money. It can be something that's bettering their life. Maybe somebody could be growing through some situation, like you see them posting about it, or you just like notice something going on. You could tell them like, "Hey, you could reach out to me if you ever need anything," like, emotional support. Sounds kind of cheesy, but people want value to be given to them. And if you can do that, you can build those connections. So that's kind of how I see it with online. And it's the same exact principles with meeting people in person. Like, I'll tell you guys a quick story. I'm not going to go too much in depth with it, but just this last week, I was at a party with some A-list level celebrities that, most people never even get to see in their life. I was partying with Drake, Wiz Khalifa, Kid Cudi, Travis Scott, Usher, Virgil Abloh, Tekashi. It's like a really small private party that I got into. And when I was at that party, like, I wasn't just sitting there like a hermit. Like, I was trying to walk around and actually start to meet with some of these people. And the people that I met at this party, like I said, are some of the top level people. I got to have a long conversation with Kid Cudi. I got to talk with Wiz Khalifa. And even those people, even the really successful people in this world, they also are looking for more value to be added to their life. So if you can open up a conversation in that regard, you can get their attention to get them hooked. Instead of just saying, "Hey, nice to meet you, I'm this." Like, "Hey, nice to meet you on this. This is what I do and I can help you with this." Or like with Wiz, I'll share this. Okay, I know that Wiz does Muay Thai. I train Muay Thai too. So I walked up to Wiz and I just talked to him about Muay Thai. I like share with him my experiences with it. We had a conversation on that because we could relate. So that's where the value was, in the mutual kind of ground and understanding. So it's the same principle. Understand that you are already a person of value and that you can provide value to the people of the world. And then you just need to understand how to make the person that you're trying to befriend understand that, so you can get them to hang out with you or have a conversation with you. And then I'll say a couple more things. This is why I said when it goes into multiple parts. Once you get them to have that like conversation with you, like, don't switch up on them. Like, don't switch up and just be like, "Oh, hi, gotcha." Like, no, it's horrible. You'll never make friends that way. You have to like actually try to connect with people. You have to try to talk to these people like you're really, actually not even have to try. You have to talk to people and be genuinely interested in what they have to say. You need to ask them questions about themselves, about what's going on in their lives, and people will appreciate you for that. Most people really only care about themselves and what they can get out of it. Saying that, I might sound egotistical, but this is like a psychological fact about human beings. I'm trying to think of a good example of this, but it's quite difficult. But 99% of the time, if you go and like talk to some random stranger and you ask them like, "Oh, what'd you do today?" and they start talking and telling you what they did, and then you switch the conversation immediately to like, "Oh, that's cool. I did this. Most of the time, that's gonna like kill the conversation. But if you just sit there and like keep asking them questions about themselves and like what their day was, they get so excited and people love talking about themselves. So that's one of the biggest things that I've ever learned. And this book right here, How to Win Friends and Influence People, talks about it very much in depth. And I'm not going to go way in depth into that topic. You need to read that book if you're really interested in networking with people. But it basically talks about what I just talked about in this video. And that's pretty much everything. So if you really are wanting to network with people and you really want to build connections, whether it be me or whether it be another top level person, I'm not in the top level, but you know what I'm saying. People need value. People need to have an exchange of value to even want to meet with you in the first place. So if you can do that, people will be more than happy to meet with you. And then if you can meet with them and you can genuinely show that you're interested in what they have to say and what's going on with their lives, as well as you can provide value to them, whether it be in the sense of conversation or in the sense of helping them with something, you will be able to make good friends in your life and you can continue to build your network and go on and on and on. So got a little bit rambly. I don't even know if that's a word at the end of this video, but the points that I talked about still hold true, and I'm very serious about this topic. So if you're struggling with networking, start applying these things and let me know how it changes things for you. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for this video. Got some more tutorial-based content coming for you guys soon, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.